Hey guys, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft, or rather Poetica, I guess is the pack name. So last episode we started work on this house here. I did a little bit off camera, not a ton yet. I also placed some pumpkins around here. I actually hid some pumpkins underneath some leaves here just to give it light, because I don't think the pumpkins, or jack-o'-lanterns rather, will burn out, at least I hope not. I did have the grass spread up here too. It doesn't look as good as I thought because we don't have the front face here covered in grass, because you know, for grass to show up here, actually I think it needs a dirt block there. I was trying to do something here where I put like a dirt block below, and this is currently in a frame block because, you know, dirt would fall down. And I want to see if wait, did this work? No. Also if the frame blocks could get grass on top. I don't think that's gonna work, so we would need something like Silk Touch or something. Is this something in TerraFirmaCraft that lets you Silk Touch like grass or something so you can carry this, or do you really have to, you know, do it by making like a long grass pillar or something to spread it out? But yeah, I don't know. I would like to have grass at the front here, but I don't think it's gonna work. I don't know how else to do it. Is there like any other sort of grass block we could use? Probably not. There's no like, you know, some sort of block that has grass all over it. So, might not work so well, this idea, unless we keep it with dirt in front of it. I'm not sure. Yeah, something we have to try out. Anyway, so yeah, I worked on this a little bit. I have like this little fenced off area too. I probably should have moved this one further out perhaps, but oh well, it's okay. We could probably put like a stair here or something as like a chair, because I think in this pack we can sit on chairs. Can we actually sit on slabs? No, it has to be stairs. Okay. Give me my wooden axe. I mean my rock axe. Some of you guys left me some good tips as well, so that's really useful. For example, now I know that the stone axe apparently only gives you like 90% of the wood back, so it's a little bit, it wastes some logs if you use that one. I did, however, go over here, I think it was. There were 3 giant sequoia trees, I think it was down there, that I chopped down. My copper axe unfortunately broke, so I did use some rock ones, so that definitely wasted some there, especially with the sequoia tree. They're gigantic. Oh, this is done. And we don't get the saplings from it, unfortunately. So I'm actually melting up some more. Yeah, I had a little bit of some of the small copper stuff. I don't want to make too many copper tools right now, because I think we can actually do the bronze today. So I think I'll do that. So I don't know. So for the copper one, I think I'll make another chisel. Yeah, let's make another chisel for this normal chisel thing, because that's also almost broken. This guy over here, I just put it on the floor. It has like you can't even see the durability bar anymore. It's like super empty. Oh yeah, you have to keep this open. Whoops, my bad. But yeah, you guys left a bunch of cool little tips that I didn't know about, so that's really useful to know. So thank you very much. And I'm glad to see that you guys are enjoying this, apparently. So awesome. I'm actually having a lot of fun in this. I'm really enjoying this. These chickens are the weird, like, am I just crazy? You guys have to let me know. Am I crazy, or are these chickens like, there's something weird about them? I don't know what it is. Like, their head is flatter. Do chickens always look like this? They don't look always like this. There's something weird about these guys. Weird. I don't know. They're kind of creepy. Anyway, so I did, you know, we did find a bunch of veins and stuff, and I do want to get some better tools, slightly better tools. So the tier 2 stuff, which is the bronze. There's 3 different types of bronze as far as I know. There's bismuth bronze, right? This green stuff here, which requires copper, zinc, and bismuth. Zinc is sphalerite, I believe it was. Yeah, sphalerite. Then there's black bronze, which is, I think, more expensive, because that's like silver and gold. We did find gold. I actually have 2 gold veins that I found, but I don't think we found silver. It is called silver. I don't remember if we did. Anyway, and there is also just regular bronze. For some reason in this pack, it's from Tinker's Construct here. I don't know, but it's just the same. From what I can tell, it's just going to use the same, you know, stuff and make the actual ingots. But that is only copper and tin. We did find a bunch of tin, which is cassiterite. I think that's how you say it. I'm pretty sure every single tin waypoint I spelled differently. Cassiterite, casseritite. Like, I don't know how to spell this. I know it's cassiterite, but I keep forgetting for some reason. And we can, I guess, speed this up here. Yeah, so I did, we did find one nearby even. Wait, this is my house. Don't move into my house. I'm gonna slaughter you and eat you. So I did start digging a little bit, and I want to try out a couple of ways to mine, I suppose. One of them, it's kind of a combination of something. Oh no, not this one. How was it again? This one. Something you guys told me, and something I saw on a forum for TerraFirmaCraft. And you can actually see I already found it, and it's rich again. It's rich again. It's this one up here. That's like this. Well, no, that's copper. Oh, it's here. I don't think I have the waypoint active. I turned them all off. Yeah, so it is a rich one as well, which is freaking awesome, because now we have rich native copper and rich tin. Yeah, that should be good. So I started digging some here. Yeah, so we have a little bit. I could already make the next tools. We could already start this. That doesn't belong in here. But we go mine for a little bit, or at least I show you what I have planned with the mining and so on. And then, I get busy and do this thing. It's gonna take quite a while. Let's quickly have a drink. And I also show you the interior. We should probably move things in there soon. We're relatively safe in this area right now, because we've spent some time here already. Mobs don't really spawn nearby, which is awesome. But if you go like over there also, there will be stuff. I'm using the chestnut planks, and then I chiseled them into these fancy ones. I feel like that looks really nice. It just like makes the floor stick out really nicely too. I don't know. I really like it. And then I have the second floor up here, of course. We still need to do some stuff here, but we'll do this. Now we put our chest up here and so on. And we want to have a blacksmith area somewhere. I guess this is kind of the main entrance now. I think I'll put the blacksmith back here somewhere in this area. And then maybe back here next to the house we'll have like a little roof for all the logs and stuff. I'm a little bit worried about my logs now. I might actually move them inside, because if there is a lightning storm, they would just, get set off in flames. And these are all the sequoia ones, which is great. And actually, speaking of set it up in flames, what we should do, we haven't done this yet, right? Or am I crazy? I don't think we've done this yet. So let's go ahead and actually make some charcoal, because we'll want to forge relatively soon, because it's gonna make just smelting things a lot easier for us. So I think we should definitely get that started. So what we have to do for that is just get a little bit of a spot here. Just dig out a little bit of an area. I think that should be... how much do we get? No, we need 8. Alright, and then we just place all the logs in here. Fill them completely up. Each slot. Not leaving any of these spaces empty. And then we just take some dirt, cover 3 of them. Or all of them except for 1, I should say. You can make this bigger, of course. And we just toss a torch on top. And this will actually light it up after a couple of seconds. And as soon as it does... we cover it. And now you can see it's like smoking, these block particles here, or these particles coming out of the block. This is going to make charcoal over time. It's gonna take a little while, so we can just have this like, sit around and do its thing while we go out and do our thing. And yeah, should be good. I think we're okay. I don't have a ton of food, but I don't think we need much right now. So let's go over to the vein I found. I mean, we technically already have enough to like, make tools and stuff, for example. But I guess the big next thing we want to make is an anvil. And I don't actually remember if we're able to make the tier 2 anvil right away. I don't think we are. No, because you need to make this. And that requires a tier 1 anvil. Whereas this requires... oh, also tier 1. Oh, maybe we can make this. Because I think the tier 1 anvil is just a rock. Yeah, okay. Well, that would make sense, I suppose. Because for tier 3, then you'll need tier 2, right? Yeah, okay. Maybe we can do this, so we might be able to entirely skip the copper. But here it is, so I just, we found these samples. I tried to kind of guess the center. What is this? Oh, puppies. Kind of try to guess the center. I don't know if this is the center. The issue was that, so like, ores spawn in certain stone types and certain stone layers. Now, this can spawn on the surface layer, but only if it's, what was it? Granite, maybe? I think it was granite. That's one of the top rocks that can have this stuff up, in the first layer. And then you would be able to find them with this prospector pick, because I think it has a range of 12 or something. I can't remember. But you'd be able to find the the vein from up here. The problem is this is andesite, and andesite is not one of the rocks that this can spawn in. The next rock it can spawn in is actually gabbro, but gabbro only spawns lower. So this is here. This is where gabbro starts, right? So I had to dig down quite far. Eventually, I did pick up traces of, or large sample rather. So it seems to be large sample in all kinds of directions, even this one. So this must be relatively centered. Hopefully, I'm not sure. What I done then is I did keep going down, until it said only like traces or something of sphalerite, right, or cassiterite. And then I started building these support beams. That's why I went and got the sequoia beams, because they give so much wood. I can make a ton. And then I just dug up here again, where the gabbro kind of ends. And then I've been going this way. Now, what have you guys said that one of the fastest way to mine is the chisel method? But I might be doing this wrong, but it is somewhat helpful. So what you could do, or what I've been doing even, and actually we'll do this over here. Get up here? Oh, I can't anymore. Let's break this. Yeah, but look at all this stuff. It's all up here. And I do want to extend this a little bit further, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's still more. So I have a beam here that's like 5 blocks spread out, right? Or, yeah, sure. So I want to keep going this way, and this needs to be the level where we'll mine at. Yes. So what I'll do is I'll break this block here, right? Let's make a flat wall here. Okay, there's some ore, so that's not gonna work well to demonstrate this. Okay, this is gonna work. So, just need to double check. Yeah, I want this here to be a smooth gabbro, because the smooth blocks keep it up, right? They keep the blocks above, they don't collapse. So it's sort of a support beam, but only for like 1 block space, I suppose. You can see now I can't turn this into smooth stone because there are blocks above it, right? So that's a bit of a downside, that doesn't work. So what I had to do usually is just break this block, and this is gonna be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one was still safe anyway. But as soon as I had like a wall like this, right? I want this to be the smooth wall. So what I had to do, it's actually break this top one. Of course there's ores. I mean, it's good that there's ores, but I can't demonstrate well enough. And there's more behind there. Shoot. Anyway, let's just demonstrate what I did. So if I didn't have a smooth stone, right, I just had to break the top one, and now I can chisel this into a smooth stone, right? And I can break it. I don't know if breaking smooth stone triggers collapses. I'm not entirely sure. But the more important thing is that now that I have smooth stones, what I would do is just like place them on the ceiling here, right? So, I have them in my offhand. So on this side, right, I would do this. So now I'm relatively safe standing underneath here. To get to the next one, I would break this one, and then place another smooth stone, and then I would chisel this, in this case it's an ore, I would chisel this into another smooth stone and use it for the next one. So that's kind of a way of doing it. It's relatively fast. You just need to have the the thing in your offhand. I actually got a bunch of smooth stone because when I dug down originally, I did everything by chiseling into smooth stone. So yeah, I can just really use basically this in my offhand the whole time and do this. But yeah, it works pretty well. It works pretty well, at least for like, setting up the beams then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here is actually where the next one would go. So if I would make it over here, this is raw. I'll replace it with the other one. And I always check if there's an ore. There's not, because it's andesite. There can't be an ore. Sometimes I do want to get this. It's risky to do this right now. Probably shouldn't, but okay. So yeah, and I would, if I make it over here now, I'm gonna dig down to the same length. You can see that goes all the way up down to like 87, I believe. And I'll put another pillar. And this is again where I couldn't use the chisel to just like do this. Basically, this is what I'm gonna do. Right click and then switch to pickaxe and break it. So yeah, so let me go do this, and then we have somewhat of a safe space here. Alright, and we're all the way at the bottom. Now, I don't actually think we need to come this down, because every time I dug down these pillars, I haven't seen any cassiterite show up down here, so I don't think it's gonna be this low, but just in case, right? Because it's always easier to, like, I can't, if I would find something lower than my beam, I can't easily extend downwards, because if I break the block below, it would collapse, right? So just having a little bit of extra beams, I think is okay. We can probably just come back and collect them later on. But yeah. Okay, now that we're up here, put this down and boom, right? We could just walk through there. Cool. So that's pretty stable. So this is something I saw on the forum, on the TerraFirmaCraft forum, I believe it was. So basically, we're doing these like little beams, and actually, there's probably more this way too. So it's better if you really know where the center is. I just don't know where the center is, but we have a pretty like large covered area now of where we can dig. The next thing I should be doing is, it works a little bit better if it's like surface ores, because you have to like dig down really far. But basically, what I should do is go 8 blocks this direction, and then basically recreate these 3 pillars again. And then we have this like huge area that's really covered, right? And I can just stand up on this level and pretty much mine everything. Now, just to remind you, these beams only hold up this block, and this block. Sorry, this one, right? So 1 above itself and 1 below. This one is not stable currently. So in the example that I saw, what they would do then is they would actually build another beam here on this level, right? So there would actually be one here, because now, sorry, is that correct? No, sorry, one lower. Luckily they all break. So like they would go here on this level, right? And if you do it from the top downwards, it's not too risky, really, I don't think. I mean, there can still, cave-ins can still happen, but not where you are, right? Because it's being held up. But yeah, then you would just do this, right? So now this block is safe, this block is safe from that beam, this block is safe from this beam, and then keeps going down. So you always leave a 2 gap between these horizontal beams, and then you just kind of stand here next to it. You go down 1, or like from this beam, right? You go down 1, 2, 3, and then you like dig into here. Now, of course, this is still a little bit of a risk, because actually no, because this is being held up, but these aren't. So there's a tiny bit of risk, but not too much. And you just basically find the next beam, and you can stand just here because it's only 5 blocks away. You know, you can just dig through there without it collapsing, which is good, or without increasing your chance of collapsing, and place another beam, right? So we have the same thing again. Did I do it at the wrong level? I keep doing it at the wrong level, sorry. Okay, so now, and then we place it here, right? Wink. So we have, again, like, this block is safe, this block is safe, right? And you just keep doing this kind of until you're not really fine cassiterite. And it seems like the vein is more on this side, from what I can tell. So I really should just do it more over there, but you know, it would be nice to do it everywhere, I guess. But anyway, you get the idea, right? Now we have all of this, and then later I can actually use this tunnel here that I'm digging out to create all these things, just as a way to get to all these different layers and, you know, work on them and so on. So it's pretty good. It works pretty good, actually. Okay, just double checked what kind of stone we can use for the anvils. Gabbro actually works, and andesite works too. So to get the anvil, we actually need a smooth stone block. Now you might wonder, how do we get smooth stone? Because we don't have silk touch or something, right? Well, in TerraFirmaCraft, it's a little different, and something you can do early game. I'm just trying to think. I probably want to set up a nice little quarry area at some point. Is there like, I can't really see right now because it's nighttime. Actually, this spot over here might not be bad. This is where I found, where I just grabbed dirt and stuff before. And I think, was there something else? No, I think it was just dirt because I needed dirt for my roof. So maybe this will become a, sort of a quarry. So what we have to do is just light this up. Really? Light this up real quick. It rains really often. I don't know why that is. Maybe that's a config option or something, but it rains so much. This is like the 3rd time today I've been playing that it rains. It's ridiculous. Oh, maybe it has to do with the season too, you know, or the temperature. I don't know. Or the area I'm in, I mean. But yeah, to do this, we have to kind of create a weird pattern here. Again, that's something I've seen in a YouTube video back then when I started the other series. I don't remember from who though, unfortunately. But if you look up mining or something, I'm sure you can find it. So to actually, I guess I should demonstrate this first. To actually get a block, a smooth block, what you have to do is basically expose all 6 sides of a block completely, and it will pop off, right? So there's no block behind, on top, left, right, and front. If we break the bottom one, this block of andesite will just pop off as a smooth stone. Boink, See, there it is. So that's an actual like raw andesite, the block we'll have in here. Like if we would have silk touched this. What I've seen in the video, what's a decent pattern to do this. No, actually, wait, I saw someone else do a different pattern again. You chickens are freaking creepy. Don't look at me like this.
Hi, this is SeriousCreeper from the future. I skipped this part because I wasn't quite right about how I did it and the video is already too long. We'll come back to this at a later time. Also, those chickens are creepy creep.
Okay, dropped off some things here. We really need more chests soon, but let's go grab a raw andesite, just one of them. And we kind of want to figure out where our anvil is going to be and such. We set behind the house, and actually, I guess it doesn't matter too much. We can just, the anvil we can move easily. Let's put this here and just right click with a hammer. It makes it like a little bit smaller, and that is now a tier 1, I believe it's a tier 1 anvil. I hope it's not like a tier 0 or something. I think that's a tier 1. Yeah, because the first one we can make is a tier 2, right? Yeah, so that should be good. That should be good. Okay, awesome. We can put the hammer in here, but we actually need this one too. The other thing we need is flux. Flux we get only from certain blocks too. So marble, limestone, and dolomite. Limestone is that white rock. That was not... Was that limestone? That's going to be pretty important, unfortunately. There's something weird about you guys. Very strange. Are you just floating now? No. By the way, our charcoal is done. Let's go check this out real quick too. No more particles means it's done. You can see it doesn't like... It creates like sort of steps, so it does burn some of your logs, but I mean, that's just how it is, right? But now we can just dig this up with our shovel. Really strange sound. I really like the sound though. And you do like layer by layer, which is cool. Yeah, we go. We got 42. And how many logs did we use? A lot. 16 per block. What's 16 times 8? It's a number. It's like less than 160. So it's not an awesome ratio. But I guess later it's going to be a bit, you know, easier to do. But this is going to be important because that's how we create our forge. And with the forge, we can... we don't have to do like this pit kiln stuff to heat up our ingots anymore. Or our ores rather. That looks really cool up there. And it's also going to heat them up to a way higher temperature. And we can do the... at least I think it's higher temperature. That might be wrong. But we can also heat up like ingots itself and then put them on an anvil and form them into something else. But yeah, I need to go find some limestone. So let's actually go grab a boat and just have a look around. Oh, there's a rustic beehive here. I'll take that. These usually speed up crop growth. I don't know if that's going to work in this pack though. We're going to have to experiment with that, I guess. Ah, yeah, no, this is all diorite. So we do definitely have to find a different kind of biome. I think I'm going to try to go across this pond and see if I can find anything different. Oh, there's a bear. There's a bear again. Why is there always a bear? Oh, wait. I can defeat the bear. I have the ultimate weapon against the bear. I have a boat. No, you have to go into the boat. You can't just walk around the boat. Are you crazy? Go into the boat. Is it because of the grass? No, why don't you go into the boat? Oh no. Yes, he's in. Oh, whoa, okay. He has more range than I thought he would. Man, I have a lot of health. But hey, we got it. And we got a large hide so we can make a bed. Perfect. Oh, hey. I found a roguelike dungeon. Nice. We don't want to go in there yet. But hey, we got one. Oh, and there's a bunch of sequoia trees. I do want those at some point. Yeah, so this pond I thought was a pond is actually an ocean. So, this might go for quite a while. I'm gonna go south a little bit because it looks like... Trying to look at the colors. Like, this does look a little different. Maybe not by much, but yeah. It actually does just seem like a big pond. But I found something. What is this? Copper and clay? That's copper, right? How much is it? What kind of quality? Is this pack just making everything rich or something? Like, why is this all rich? I'm gonna feel like a fool if this pack just makes all the ore veins rich or something, and I got so excited about rich veins. Ooh, these trees look really cool. Are these just oak trees? I think they're just oak. Yeah, oh. They actually look really cool, like just the foliage on them. I'm gonna have to bring some saplings home, I think. Another roguelike. I actually found a third one too earlier, so yeah. Oh, limestone sand, yes, perfect. So we we started down here and we went up there. So it is a pretty big pond or something, I don't know. But we got some limestone. This one is the thing we need to make flux. Yes, awesome. So I'm gonna go grab a bunch. Oh, I see some weird exposed ore over there too. What is that? That is not copper. Unless it's like a non-rich copper. Or does it just look different? Oh, it's bauxite. Okay. Now, is it gonna be rich? No, that looks poor. Okay. I'm happy about that actually. Because now I know. Hey, I found Tris Marigold. Oh, wait. Is that kaolinite? Please be kaolinite. I'm gonna draw myself. Because it's so awesome. Dude. I don't know why that makes me so happy. Probably because I spent many hours in the previous series to find kaolinite, and we now have kaolinite and we have graphite. That's amazing. Yes, I'm gonna come back for this. This is like the best. I'm so happy we restarted. Can I just say that? I'm like enjoying this like 10 times more than I did the other series. Not that I didn't enjoy that series. I did, until the point where I had to find things and couldn't find them. But man, this is awesome. Alright, so I explored the entire lake. Pretty good lake. We found lots of things. I'm gonna name this lake. Every lake has a weird name, right? So this is going to be Lake Scoopaloo. Yeah, that's the name. Good old Lake Scoopaloo. Let's go home. Alright, now that we're home, let's go set up our bed first of all. I guess I'll put it upstairs because I don't really want it to be in the way of anything. But with the large height now, we can do that, and we can set our spawn point. You can't actually sleep in there, but you can set your spawn point, which is awesome. These torches are out. You can relight them though, so it's not a big deal. Oh, look at that. Is that one gonna go out now too? Because I place them all at the same time. No? What if that relit it? Anyway, so now we're back. We have our stuff. We can start working on the forge. I know the episode is already super long, but I think that's okay. We'll just have a long episode because I do want to get this done this episode. And I know some of you don't mind a longer one, so you know that should be good. So what we want to do first of all is get to the tier 2 anvil, because with the tier 2 anvil we can make. We can make the better tools and such. To get the tier 3, I think that's the iron one already. Yeah, I've never made it that far, which is really exciting. But to make this, we need a tier 2 anvil, right? So we have to do it. It's something we have to do. I'm gonna install carry on, and I'm just gonna pick you up and like, I don't know, dump you. But yeah, to get started, we need. I'm trying to refresh myself here too, or remind myself how it works, because I'm a little bit out of the loop too. We need to bring some of this stuff. I'm actually gonna bring. So let's bring all of it, and let's also make a couple more chests, perhaps, so we can just put them over at the other place. And I actually do want to bring another barrel, so I'm actually gonna make that, and yeah, should be good. Let's go get some fresh water because we need to like cool things and such too. But yeah, to get the anvil itself, we need to make these double sheets, right? We want this one here. Let's press A, so we have it up here as a favorite. We want to make bronze double ingots. To make them, we need 2 ingots, and then use the thing here to melt them together with the flux. And to get those, it's just a normal way how we always do it. We just put them in a cast, right? So I'm gonna have to make a bunch of these ingot casts as well. That's probably the first thing, and I'm actually out of clay. I forgot about that. So we have to do that. And then we'll be heating up a lot of these things, but we are going to use our forge. So where do we want to forge? I also need some stone. I mean, this would be a good spot right here, actually, but I don't know if that's going to set anything on fire there. So I'm actually going to put this a little bit further away. I'll have to experiment a bit with the fire. I was thinking about turning fire spread off. Usually that's something I do. But I guess it might be a bit cheatier in this here. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that, if that's too cheaty or not. But what we are going to do here is actually dig out something like this. Although, let's do the corners as well. And this spot here. And I'm going to put down this one. So you need something like this to create a forge, right? But I'm also going to fill the corners just so it looks prettier. Go away. And then we also need a sort of chimney. And we want to build this so that the rain won't affect it. So what we can actually do is take out this guy again. And I'm going to build it like this so that the rain doesn't go in there. But it still has air circulation, so it can still go out the back or whatever. Later we can put a bellow here too, but I think this should be okay. I don't know if I need like a chimney looking thing. I don't quite remember. Hopefully this will be okay. Then we take our charcoal, we just shift right click on the ground, so we create these little layers. And we need at least 7 to 8. I don't know if that makes a huge difference how many you have, but we'll just do that, I guess. And that's technically the forge. If I would set this on fire now, it would start heating up, right? But we do want to go get the cast first. And the forge you can actually use like the fire pit too. You can, cook all these all these molds in there as well. I guess the only downside is we have a couple here too that we should put over there. The only downside is that it takes quite a bit of charcoal to get going and keep running, so it's a little bit of charcoal heavy, I suppose, but yeah, it's pretty good. Now what would have been smart is to actually mark clay locations, because I don't remember where I got my clay from, and I know I came across other clay areas and I don't remember where they are, so not the smartest. Next time, mark the clay areas. Also, here's a question for you guys. Can you grow these pumpkins somehow? Because I don't seem to be able to, like, get a seed or, like, plant them or something. So I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know if they're finite. But yeah, to make the ingot cast, it's just something like this. You get 2 out of it every time, which is great. So I'm just gonna make a ton of these. Okay, so now that we have 16, inventory, can I do something with you here? Sure, that should work. Let's go back to our little forge area. We also need to put down this thing still. I'm just going to put this here because that's going to be for cooling. We're going to put our little chest here with our stuff inside. Actually, we need one of them. So to light this, you just use this. Right click. Actually, I think you can use a torch too. I forgot. I don't know what it used. I think it used this one. But there's our forge. You can see it's like slowly heating up. It's going to take a while. You want to keep it filled with charcoal in here that slowly burns up. And these slots here are things where we can put stuff inside. So if you put these in here, you can see they're all heating up now, which is awesome. And they'll eventually cook into the mold, which is great. You can also put things on the side here. This is for if you heat up, say, an ingot or something, and you make it too hot, it will actually melt. You can put like vessels in the corner here, and it will try it will try to like catch the liquid so it doesn't like destroy it, which is really cool. But yeah, so let's go look at what we want to do, right? We need 14 ingots. Spooky noises. So that's 1,400 units of copper. What we can do here, the max I guess we can do, and I don't actually know if we want to make the max right away. Because the thing is, like, we need to be quick enough for them to not harden up. Although I guess we can reheat the vessels actually in this. So even if they harden up, we can reheat them in here. So it's not a big deal, I guess. So let me do some calculations here. Okay, and by me, I meant a calculator online that we can use to check ratios, which people mentioned last series, and it's super helpful. And it turns out there's a perfect ratio that we can do. If we want 14 ingots, we actually want it, let's put it in here, like this. That is the perfect ratio to get exactly 1,400 units of bronze. You only need 10% of, cassiterite and the rest copper. So this will be the perfect ratio, which is pretty awesome. But we need to, let's keep this heated up, I guess. We need to get these ingot casts too, of course. So we'll have enough though, at least to get all the 14 out of there. So I think I'm actually, wait, do we need a bellow for this? Ooh, I hope not. That's right. I think we do need a bellow for this to get this higher. Because we need to get to Brilliant White, and I don't think it goes to Brilliant White on its own. Oh no. I didn't think about that. The bellow requires leather, which we can make, but... Oh, I forgot. Alright, so looking at the wiki, we don't technically need it. We only need it hot enough for... Oh, we only need to make it hotter if we want to use the forge to cool these, or to cook these things. But I mean, we can still use the normal pit kiln for that. Bronze, for example, has a lower temperature, or, you know, heating or melting temperature, that we can actually reach in here without the bellows, I believe. So I think I'm just gonna make these guys in here, and then yeah, we'll do the rest in the forge. All right, pit kilns are running, but while they are running, we should actually look into setting stuff up here for leather. So let's go ahead and get some of this. I think maybe 2. And we're gonna make some barrels. Why is this book even open? And I guess I'll leave them up here. I do need some fresh water for the first one. There we go. I really like the color of this cedar wood. Alright, so we have fresh water in here. To get... the first thing we need to do is get tannin, which is just a log inside. I don't know... 1 log makes 10,000, which was 1 bucket. Okay, so we really just need to put in 1, I guess. Hopefully. Is that true? And then you seal it, yeah. And then it shows you at August 5th, which is today. Oh no, that's probably when we closed it. It will take 8 hours though, so it's going to take a while to do this. But once we have that, once we have tannin, we can just take a medium prepared hide and put it in there to get, you know, that. We don't have the large. We have 2, I believe, of those. That will be enough. But to get a prepared hide, we need to first scrape it and then put it in fresh water. So we need a second barrel there, which we have. And to scrape it, if I remember correctly, we just take another log, like just a normal regular log. We place it sideways. Nope, not shift clicking. We place it sideways like this. Then we take out our leather. We right click on top, right? Or was it not like this? Oh no, that's right. We have to like soak it first. That's what we have to do first. For that we need lime water, which is just flux in water. It's coming back to me. Well, JI is telling me, so that helps. It's quite a process, but I really actually like the leather making in this. Okay, so that's the 1-to-1 with 5, so we want like 20 of those, right? Let's just do, yeah, I think 20 should be enough. And that one will be instant, so we do this, we put this in here, and boom, we have lime water, right? A full barrel. And now we put these guys in here and seal this. Now it's gonna take a while. This one is saying medium soak hide. This one isn't saying anything, so I don't actually know if this works. Oh, maybe it has to be one of these. It accepts any logwood tannin, which this one isn't. White cedar is not. Okay. This one does. You can see at the bottom it says logwood tannin. This one will do. Okay, cool. Tannin. There it goes. I think I'm gonna put a pass 2 over here because since we have better with mods, I get really slowed down in if I walk through grass. So just having like a pass 2 over here will be nice. And I'm using actually a texture pack that makes the you know, the pass a little bit nicer looking, because by default they look really ugly in my opinion. So yeah. And that one is called TFC TNG Soft Paths. And hey, our kiln finished. And it started raining. Good thing I put these things up. I mean, it just finished in time, but still. Well, you can see how often it's raining in this world. Might just be because it's August, I guess. Okay, so we have a bunch of these. Enough to make the thing. Right? There we go. So hopefully this works. I think we can actually... No, that's not gonna work. Yeah, let's just put this guy in here. I could have done this one over there too, but I want to try it in here, to be honest. Oh, coal is in my inventory. Let me see, can I light this with a torch? No. Maybe if I throw it on top, but let's just do this. Ah, okay, no, it's not working. It's not working. I misunderstood this. I was looking at the wiki and it says, you know, bronze has a specific temperature where it would work, I guess. But that's for the ingots. That's not for mixing it. Okay, so that makes sense. So yeah, unfortunately, until we get this super high, we can't do that. So I'm just gonna have to do this in another pit kiln, unfortunately. Well, while that stuff is going, we do have our soaked hide now, so we can actually do this. So now I think I can right-click this. Yep. Now we have to use our knife and kind of like scrape away these little squares every time. You can see it's changing colors too. You can hold right-click too, but I noticed when I do that, it wastes a lot of durability. Like even if you keep right-clicking here would waste durability, even though it already carved that spot. So I prefer to just hold or click wherever I need to, and it's also a bit easier to stand on top. There we go. So we have 2 of those, and now these we put into our lime water, I think. No, first into fresh water, which we have here, I guess. So it will take a couple of hours too. I think I'll make another barrel though, so we have this all in the same spot. So I'll put it over here, and actually this is sealed, right? So let's pick this up. So then it's this order, right? So we have, first we do the lime water, then we go prepare it, then we put it in here in fresh water, and then later into the tannin, and then we have actual leather. Oh my god, why were you up on a tree, dude? Scare the crap out of me. Alright, we got our vessel here. Yes, we got it all. Awesome. So let's take our casks, which I think I have on me, and we just fill them all. And it's gonna be a bit tricky here to do this stuff. I should have organized this a bit better. Because I also want to keep this warm, although I guess I should make them all ingots right away. It's always a bit tricky to manage how to do this. Because we don't actually... We want to get them to solid, but I don't know if we can then still melt them, or weld them rather, or if we have to heat them up in the forge again. So I'm actually going to check this here before we continue. So I'm going to take this, right? Is that white right now? Would it still be liquid? Okay, let's do... I want to get this to solid. Okay, so now it's solid. If I put this... Can weld, yes. Okay, so we could do that. Okay. Okay, bright red. Is that too cold now? Can weld. Okay, so let's get these out of there. Hey, I got my cast back. And then we have to like shift right click these on the anvil. And then shift right click was the... Or right click was the hammer. No? Shift right click was the hammer? Wait, what? Yeah, that's how you do it. I have a feeling... Did I make the same mistake before? It's possible that I made the same mistake before. We have to make a copper anvil first, don't we? Ah, yes. I kept looking at the bismuth stuff. You guys probably already like... facepalm the whole time. Yeah, we have to get the copper one first. Ah, that makes so much more sense. Because I was wondering about that, because, you know, both of them were tier 2, but I forgot that there's copper itself. Okay. Well, that's not, you know, it's not the end of the world. I mean, the good thing is we have, we can get bronze prepared and then later just use them to make the anvil, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to do just a couple of copper ones first, which, you know, it's gonna be okay. The good thing is our leather here is done, so we can actually move it over here. I'm gonna wait until I get the actual leather so I can make the bellow, because then I don't need to use the pit kiln. And if you shift right click ingots on the ground, you can actually place them like this, which is really cool. But there's our bronze for later. Oh hey, I found some oat seeds. That's actually probably pretty good, huh? I'm sure that would be useful. Stop pushing me. Yeah, with oat we can make like oat grains. Isn't this also used to like herd animals and feed them? Is that it? Maybe? I don't know. I haven't done much of the animal breeding stuff yet, so I'm kind of curious about that. Alright, we got leather. So normally, you know, in this pack or in TerraFirmaCraft, that will be the one we use for the bellows. But in this pack, we can also use cut leather, which is actually you get 2 from 1 if you use shears on it. So that's a little bit cheaper. So I'm gonna see if I can use my stone shears on that. Hopefully, if not, then that's bad. Nope, we can. Awesome. Because even with this one, we can do leather napping, it seems. So we can make a saddle, for example, and we can make leather armor if we wanted to. But there was also, we can make a backpack once we get some gold. So yeah, let's just go do that, I guess. I don't think we need the other ones. I can make more. I just got a large height too, so it's not too bad. I actually do want to make a saddle real quick. I do really want to... No, we'll do this next time. We'll do this next time. Let's just focus on the things we need to do. So that is a bellow. There it is. Perfect. And then we'll take care of the rest next time. So we just put this guy down this way. I think we have to face it that way though. Yep. Yep. So now we can right click this to heat this up. So now this should work now with the copper stuff. I have the right ratio here again, same as before, except we have all copper this time. So I'm going to try this again. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can do this, at least in 1.12. So we'll try it. We'll try it. Now, if you do use the Bellador, I believe it actually consumes the fuel a little bit faster than usual, but only if you heat it up like this. So I think I can just let this heat up to here, and then I use it to keep heating it up. Yeah, see, now it's actually going up to the brilliant white area. And I don't know if I have to keep doing this, if it's going to go down after a few seconds. Or if I can just keep it like this. Maybe it stays up there as long as it's fueled. I'll keep an eye on it. No, it is going down slightly. I just moved it. Yeah, it's going down. So keep it heated. Ta-da! Copper liquid. It does work. I'm not crazy. Okay, time to make the ingots. Okay, can weld. Take it out there. There it is. We got one. Double sheet ingot. Awesome. Alright, we got them all. So there's our 7 double sheeted things. I'm already heating up the bronze in here now because that's going to be next, right? But now we can make the anvil. Ta-da! Copper anvil. Awesome. Take out the flux. Destroy this block. And put the anvil down. Cool. So now we can do this. Put the flux back in there. Now we should be able to make the bronze anvil on this. Very important, if you do this for the first time, you do also need a hammer of the same tier. So we do have a copper hammer for the copper anvil. We couldn't use a stone anvil for this next part. Actually, I'll leave this here for now. Alright, we got all the freaking ingots that we need. Or double ingots, I guess. Now we can make the next tier already. Bronze anvil. Awesome. Tier 2. Take the flux out. I think in the past it would like destroy the flux if you do this. Oh yeah, because we're carrying 2 anvils, we're overburdened. I think in TerraFirmaCraft 1 you can't even walk, but in this one you can. But there we go, we have a tier 2 anvil now, so we can make bronze stuff on here, etc. And then we'll need this later to weld the iron stuff, I suppose. I've never made it till iron, so that's exciting. Can we melt this guy down again? I wonder. I guess so, later, yeah. At least in the... not sure if that's going to work in this vessel, but at least in the crucible, which is going to be good. I'll just leave this here for now. Yeah, I'm currently heating up more bronze, so that we can actually cast some of the tools. I have all the casts here that we need. And then we can upgrade some of our things too, which is awesome. Because you can hammer stuff on here, right? To like get the ingots into the right shape for like a pickaxe head and so on. But I'm pretty sure the bronze we can still cast. I think once we get to iron level, we have to use the anvil as far as I know. Alright, there it is. So let's go casting, get casting. Oh, I guess that's why the tool part molds always break, is so that you are encouraged, I guess, to use the anvil for those. Maybe. Anyway, so we got a bronze pickaxe. Ta-da! Very cool. Because ours is almost broken. We got I made a sword one because I want to check out the sword. So bronze sword we have. Nice. A saw. Because ours is, it's getting there. It's still good though, so I'm going to use that one still. A new axe. Ours is still good too, but I want a new one. Just in case. A prospector pickaxe, because ours is almost broken. And then I also made 2 knife blades to make bronze knives, because with bronze knives we can make... Is that correct? No, actually that's not correct. We need these things, just the... oh, okay, we have to hammer them, that I see, so I actually have to heat them up. We can make actual bronze shears, and I think with these, with the TerraFirmaCraft ones, we can actually get wool from sheep, and then with the wool, we can get a ton of wool yarn, which is basically string. So that way we can get a lead and all kinds of things. Because in this one, actually, normally you need jute for a lead, which you get from the jute plants you have planted. But in this one, you can also use wool or wool yarn or string, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna have to heat these up again and do stuff. Just checking my crops here. I don't know, jute seeds. I don't think they're done yet. Stage 3. I don't know what the highest stage is for those, so I'll let them grow a little bit more. But yeah, we're gonna have to call the episode here. I really hope it's not like an hour long, but we shall see what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching and for the tips and so on, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.